was the day of competition. This was not my favorite day. I'm not gonna lie. Coming from a girl who did pageantry before, day 4 was rough. And it started rough because I don't like to get up in the butt crack of dawn. Okay, so day 4 with this particular pageant system, you get up, they have an early morning meeting. Not even a meeting, more like a practice / meeting. Well, picture too, because we also take our, that year, did we take our purple picture that morning? I can't remember. I know we took a purple picture. I think it was that morning. Yeah, I think it was that morning because we wore the same dresses we wore the night before. And so, yeah, that was interesting. I'm not a morning person. I didn't get all of my sleep, still from, Tuesday. I told you about that. And I felt as ready as I could ever be, for the pageant. Especially we had walking training, we had opening number training. And then, we had some time to go get ready. Now, I'm skipping something. The night before, we stayed at one hotel, and then the pageant was at another hotel because there was so many girls to where the hotel we were staying at, it was a smaller hotel compared to, and we had more girls to fit on, too many girls. So anyway, the pageant itself ended up being at a hotel kind of down the highway a little bit. And so they had a bus and everything, but I drove, so I took my own car and so forth. And they did give us the option to pick a place, like in a dressing room. I picked my little area, left like a particle of property there to show that this is Mona. I think I brought a streamer or something I found in the car, and I kind of roped it off. Anyway, I put myself in the corner to kind of be away from everybody because I know I was going to be nervous. So anyway, and that was like the night before. So skip ahead back to day 4. I'm sorry, I forgot that part. So I didn't really get a chance to report so much because it was just so much going on. After the rehearsal and walkthrough, whatever, we had a chance to go get ready, and then we had lunch with our family. The hotel that the pageant was at, we had a buffet brunch thing, and I got footage of that because my best friend came in, and my mom, my uncle, my auntie was there, and yeah, we were just chatting. And I remember feeling like, yeah, I got this. I think that was like the most moment where I realized, I was feeling very confident. And I was like, yeah, I got this, and if any girl that wins, that means she really, deserved it. But I'm gonna make sure I give them, heart, make it hard or whatever. And I was feeling really confident. I remember feeling very confident, like, yep, I got this. I can do this. This is what I can do, Yeah. So anyway, here's that footage. Hey, Jan. I'm recording. Hi. Hey, everyone. Hey, Mom. And her fiance's here too. Okay, you guys. So today, it's like a Flow Rider song, Timber. It's going down. Like, I'm yelling, Timber. I'm competing so hard. I put so much emphasis and time and effort and money and time and effort and emphasis on this. It's going down in like 4 hours, and it's going down. It's going down. We're yelling, Timber. So whether I lose or not, I'm going to keep it very clear. I'm going to make it extremely hard for the judges to make a decision if I don't win. They're not like that, meaning like I'm going to compete hard and make it hard for them to, you know what I mean? That's what I mean. Because I'm going to compete really, really hard. I just want to give it my best. This woman right here, she's doing it.
We gonna celebrate, celebrate.
If I win. So, but Mom, if I don't win, what are you gonna do?
Still be a happy mom.
Yeah.
Still gonna be happy.
Proud mom, because you're all.
Huh?
Can I take a picture of the shirt and put it on Facebook?
Yeah, you can do that.
Oh, we can do that.
Yeah, you can do that. You can take a picture of the shirt.
You can take a picture
Just
with
not
me.
but not during the pageant. We can't, nothing during the pageant or a thief will kick you
Go
out.
back to the room. Y'all can do selfies in it.
And if I do go home empty-handed, that means that a lot of people worked twice as hard as me, and that's a whole bunch of work because I worked really hard. So I'm competing in a white dress. That's my final decision, so I'm really excited about that. Yay! Yeah! And I'm ready to get it. Serious voice. Yeah, my pageant starts at 5. There's another pageant that starts at 2, which is the national. I have to go to it, but you guys don't. So you guys are going back to the hotel and go chill for a couple hours. Just be here by 4:30 or 4:15, so you guys can get a really good seat.
Okay.
That's all I ask.
Can you go to the one at 2?
You have to pay for it. It's only 9 contestants, and it's like a $20 project.
You stand.
I have to go to it for support.
I guess it feels bad. It's gonna be but see, we won't have time to go back and get you.
I think you guys need to go.
Go back and get you.
Yeah, I don't think it's really important since I'm not competing. If you want to support Elena, but Elena's gonna win regardless. She's the only one in her thing. I think she's more going for elite right now more than anything. So nervous. I gotta wipe my face off and do my makeup and just go hard, really hard. He said, Lemonade. She actually made a sign. It says Team Leomona. Hold on, not first 1 second so YouTube can see it. It's both sides. Mama, flip the other side. Aww. And she made me she made everybody t-shirts. They're gonna be wearing theirs, and then John's gonna be wearing his tonight. Hers on the back side of the thing. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you guys came and
Y'all get to take one of these home with you.
really?
Mama don't get one.
I thought I do get one in case I compete ever again.
They just have to come back and bring their team of mamas. No, I have a new picture.
Oh yeah,
I have
yeah.
the newest picture.
I gotta.
And then it'll be on something more professional. It'll be more professional. No, it'll be looking real professional.
It looks professional though.
It does.
Yeah, I took that picture myself and I edited it myself. Yeah, like you Photoshop edit. Yeah, I did that myself.
And then it's fade down.
And then well, yeah, I just slimmed it up right here. But that's it though. And then that one. So, huh? What? I think we're friends. Stumpy, Bonham, and it has a picture of a stump. Her mama is awesome. I love Mrs. Bonham. Really? Yeah. So I'm excited, y'all. I'm really, really excited. I know I keep I'm really excited.
New channel in the morning.
Huh? I can't know how excited. I'm gonna go on that stage and I'm gonna work it so hard. I'm gonna set it on fire. Like I feel like, put me in, coach, right? Yeah, that's a shout out to Mel. Seriously, I feel like I'm really, I'm ready. This morning we did a practice run through.
They're coming in.
I'm just getting started.
Okay. I'm gonna keep y'all updated. Anyway, alright. So after that, I had to basically start moving my stuff down to the changing room and so forth. It was one of the rooms behind. Now with this pageant system, they had basically 2 pageants in one weekend, and it was a lot. Because having one pageant a weekend is a lot, but having 2 in one weekend, it was extra a lot. So, it wasn't seamless, but, we were able to get our stuff down. But the thing is, though, this is what was very frustrating. I remember competing the first year. Because, number one, I'm still quite relatively new to plus-size pageantry, so I didn't know what to expect. But this, I remember I didn't like. We had to watch the first group of girls because it was 2 pageants in one system. One was like the plus size, one was the slender girls. And, you know, to support, I get it. You got to support. But the problem was is that the plus size pageant was right after the slender girl pageant, you know? And so be getting all the way ready and not wanting to walk through the hotel with your stuff and your makeup showing what, you know what I mean? That you didn't want to do that. So I remember feeling kind of frustrated on that, but, you know, I didn't really know what to expect. But yeah, that's what happened there. It was very frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. It was very, very frustrating. And then, so it came to our pageant, right? I remember competing. The first thing we did was the opening number. I was like, okay, got that done. My name is Leona Wood, the current Miss Alabama American Miss Plus. My platform is volunteering. Join the community involved with your service. And then after that, that wasn't even like really judged, but you know, any pageant girl knows it is judged, but it's not judged. It's like that gray area. I got done with the first opening number, and I remember getting ready for my fashion fun wear, and I looked in the mirror and I said, oh man, it's not fitting right. Because throughout the pageant week, I actually lost a little weight because of ripping and running and so forth. And I thought I was eating just fine, but I think I lost a little weight in certain areas and bloated up in certain areas because what I was eating was not healthy. I had burgers a lot, I'm not gonna lie. So I bloated up in certain areas and lost weight in certain areas, so I looked a little different. But yeah, so I remember feeling, but by the time I stepped foot out on that stage with my yellow platform peep toe shoes, which they were gorgeous. I love those shoes. They were really comfortable. I went really fast. I was on stage for maybe like 10 seconds. No, 20. It was really, really fast. I went point, 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 okay, and bye. You know, it was almost like a ran. I remember my mom telling me, Mona, it was like you spent the least amount of time on that stage. It was like you were scared of it. And I was like, Mama, really? I mean, she's not even a pageant mom, and she called me out on that. I was like, dang, man. You know, this is like after the fact. And then, so I had footage for that, but also. Also, when it came to evening gowns, I wore the white dress. But the problem with the white dress is, remember I told you that I wasn't eating? Well, I was eating, but I was losing weight because I was ripping and running. So my legs were skinnier, but my belly was bigger. So it didn't fit me right at all. But the white dress was probably the best pick because it had a wow factor. Because when I stepped on stage, it was like, wow. But I have a nasty habit of wearing hair ties on my wrist. So, and just to interject, you know how they say pageant sisters help each other backstage? That is true to a certain extent. To a certain extent. Like, they'll help you sew something on, but if something's not like all the way right or whatever, for a competitive edge, they don't tell you. And I know I'm not really supposed to say that, but it's the truth, because I literally went on stage with a wristband. We were standing in the back for a good amount of time with our evening gowns on, and no one told me about that wristband. And we were standing close to each other. Now, mind you, they probably were focused and nervous and so forth for other things. And it's not their fault, because I'm supposed to make sure that I am together, because that you're supposed to look out for yourself. So really, basically what I'm trying to say is, look out for yourself, because no one else is going to look out for you backstage. Kinda. Like, it was some niceness, but it was like, okay, you know, when it came down to it, yeah, you have to look out for yourself, because I went on stage with a black wristband and my dress was white. So it was very obvious that that black wristband was on there. Plus, I tripped on stage. I stuttered through my my on-stage question, because you have an on-stage question, which is worth like a portion of your scoring as well. I stuttered. Yeah. And I remember when I was smiling, my smile was I felt like my smile was dropping, but when I look at the footage, it really wasn't. But I remember my jaws were shaking, and so there's elements that I didn't really think about, like practice smiling, for a long period of time. I didn't think about doing that. Like, I can do it now. Yeah, so here's the footage for that. Yeah, here's the footage of that.
How do you feel today's social media influences society?
I believe social media is a double-edged sword. It is very overwhelming for a lot of young teens who are not able to keep up with today's trends, and it causes a lot of mental health problems. However, it can also be inspiring for a lot of women today, because it also keeps up with today's trends in the media, and also with their fellow family members and public and so forth. So I believe it's a double-edged sword.
I can watch it and just pick myself apart. But yeah, so just to give you a conclusion of this situation of the pageant that year, I did not win. I messed up. I remember knowing I messed up. The girl who beat me, I literally told her when I was holding her hand, because you get down to the final first runner-up or whatever. I came first runner-up to her, so I got second place. Wasn't bad, but the stuff that I messed up on was simple stuff, and I was like, man. So I was upset. I might have teared up a little bit, cried a little bit, because I was mad at myself. I was like, how could you go on stage with the wristband? How could you trip on a dress that literally had a hoop underneath it? Because I had like a big petticoat underneath that white dress, and it was like, those old-fashioned petticoats with the hoops. So basically when I stand on the inside, I couldn't, it was really hard for me to trip. But what happened was those little flaps on that white dress caught underneath the hoop, and my heel caught it, and that's how I tripped. But I did a dip turn, and so if you trip happens, but it's how you play it off. And I think I played it off good. I could have done better, but heat of the moment, it was an extra turn or whatever. I didn't like the way I walked. I wasn't polished. The girl who beat me, she had just came from another pageant system. She had done a couple pageants previously, more recently than I did. So I had like this big gap. So I made it in my mind that I was gonna come back the next year, 2018, and give them heaven. It's kind of like the expression, give them hell, whatever. Like, go for it, But I like to say give them heaven, because who wants to ever go to hell? I'm just saying. So in 2008, I left that pageant knowing that I wanted to come back in 2018.